Welcome to Foreign Currencies with Scott. I'm your host, Scott. Today we're looking at a spreadsheet that I set up at the same time I set up this channel. I decided that it would be a good idea to open a small account and trade in it using the method we're going to be covering in this channel and see what kind of performance it does and see how well I adhere to the model and am disciplined and what my return ends up being so that you can do the same for yourselves. You can also see whether you feel that this method will make money. So you can see from the spreadsheet that we started on April 3rd and our first day of trading was April 4th. Now we're all the way down to April 23rd, and in those 20 calendar days, if you look over at column I, the total return column, you can see that we have made over 23%. So the balance in column C has gone from $282 to $349 in just those 20 calendar days. So I don't know about you, but to be able to make 23% on my money in 20 days is pretty incredible. And to make it even more incredible, we've been calculating the annual return, which is at the end of every week on Friday. I'm simply calculating if every week of the year we were able to repeat this same return, what would the amount be at the end of the year? And you can see at the end of the week last Friday, that was 600%. So if we start the year with $100 in an account and we're able to make an annual return of 600%, that means our account size would be $700 at the end of the year. Now, these numbers extrapolate perfectly for any balance that you wish to use. So if you started with $10,000 and you made 600%, you would end the year with $70,000. For most people, $100 is something they could probably afford to put on the table and invest, but $10,000 is a different animal. So with $100, it's almost like you're playing for a game. If you lose a little, that's fine. If you make a little, that's great. With $10,000, if you started to see that number shrink, you would start to get fearful. If you saw that number start to grow, you would get greedy. So we will have multiple sessions on the psychology and what happens to us when we start using higher numbers here. But the math is exactly the same. There's absolutely no difference in the trading and how it would work and what the return would be. The differences are all in your mind. So, having said that, let's look at the first two columns, day of week and date. The first full week, we see Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, so we did not trade on Wednesday. And the subsequent week, we see Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, meaning we did not trade on Monday or Tuesday. That is because we have a specific method that we will show you on this channel. And when we look in the morning at how the market looks, it's not always set up nicely for our method. So when that happens, we don't try to force a trade. We simply walk away and wait until the next day. There'll always be a next day to trade, and that is something to keep in mind. So if this has shown you that we can make money risking $8 a day, I hope you'll stay tuned as we continue to reveal to you how currency trading works and how you can get set up yourself to do it and how we can make money together. I'm your host, Scott, and this is Foreign Currencies with Scott.